glad you could join us here on Father's Day for the G.I. Joe's Budweiser 200 IndyCar race from Portland International Raceway, in a crash involving Roberto Guerrero, as he has had contact with another car, and the car almost going over backwards. Roberto had just moved into second position, passing Danny Sullivan when this incident occurred. It's also involving Kevin Cogan. You can see that Roberto ran up over the rear wing, or at least made contact with the rear of the car of Kevin Cogan, and we have a replay of what happened. This could have been a horrible crash, Derek.
Now, there's a good 2 car lengths between Kevin and Roberto here. I can only think that Kevin must have missed a gear, because Roberto literally ran straight into the back of him. So Cogan obviously slowed down, but an enormous accident. Could have been so much trouble here.
That car could have just gone right on over backwards. Fortunately, it did not, but it looks like that it's going to spell the end for both Kevin Cogan and Roberto Guerrero. He's moving down the backstretch, but of course very slowly, as the front suspension has been broken on that car. You can see the left front wheel.
Both cars are still mobile, and Kevin Cogan will be first back to the pits. I'm sure we can get Jackie Root down there, but I'm sure there's no way Roberto could make a mistake like that. I think you'll find Kevin either missed a gear or had some hesitation exiting that pit lane.
Well, there's Kevin Cogan. You can see the damage to the rear wing of his car. They're changing tires, but he's going to be in there, I would imagine, quite a while they get this repair done to the car. Let's go down to Jackie Root, who's in the Kevin Cogan pit.
Well, it is definite. There's a lot of damage. There's oil leaking out of the rear end of the car. Kevin Cogan is sitting in there. The crew, Larry Curry-led crew, is looking it over, but they have killed the engine on the car. They are going to go through the process of changing tires, but from my uneducated eye, Derek Daly and Bob Jenkins, it's just about done. The afternoon for Kevin Cogan.
I would think that is the situation, and a tough break for both of these drivers who are running in the top 10. Roberto was running in second place and having a great afternoon.
So Roberto doesn't finish here again. Now, whatever chance they had of changing Cogan's wing to send him back into the race, there's no way they can repair Guerrero's car, because apart from the damage you see on the left front wheel there, the car was at least 4 feet in the air, and when it landed back down again, that's when most of the structural damage would be done. So that actual front suspension won't be the main damage on that car.
Let's take a look at it once again. You can see that there is quite a bit of interval between Kevin Cogan and Roberto Guerrero as they come off of the chicane, but look what happens now, Derek.
Suddenly Roberto gains on Kevin instantly. I mean, that doesn't happen normally. You see how high he was? 5 or 6 feet in the air with the front of that car. That would have virtually broken the car in half.
So there is the Roberto Guerrero car that is in the pit area, but as you can see, Roberto has already gotten out of the car. They're pushing it behind the wall, and for the second year in a row, Roberto Guerrero retires from competition here at Portland because of an accident.